We've been told that we're out to destroy Social Security and Medicare. That's simply not true, and the only alternatives we've heard from the other side is raise everybody's taxes and keep on heading for the cliff, and we can say all the way down to the floor of the canyon, we're doing all right so far. That is not a viable alternative. Also, despite the demagoguery, we have made sure, the majority has, we don't want to do anything that would adversely affect, would lessen the program for anyone 55 or over, because they don't have time to change their retirement. They don't have time to change plans for Medicare, and it would be unfair to them. But for all of those under 55 who would not have anything the way we're headed, it is grossly unfair not to think of them along with our seniors, and we're doing both of those things. And then to have people who voted to cut Medicare $500 billion and who were okay with putting a guy in charge of the program who says it's just a matter of when we're going to ration, and the same people pushing this who said England is what we want to emulate, and then we hear this week that now they have a new target. They're going to try to see that people who need procedures get them within 4.5 years. People die during those 4.5 years waiting, and that's the only way the Obamacare structure will work, and the $500 billion cuts is because people get in line, they get ration care. It's the way socialized medicine works, and we want to avoid that. Also, if Obamacare is that great a thing, then we wouldn't have the scandal with Mr. Weiner like we do, and everybody knows what I'm talking about, the fact that he demagogued how important Obamacare was, and then turned around and was pushing for a waiver for New York City. That is a real scandal, and I hope that it will be overcome.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
The gentleman will state his point of order.
I think it's against the rules to question the motives of another member.
In the chair's opinion,
or to make comments,
I did not,
or to make derogatory comments about
there was no questioning of a motive.
This chair will respond to the point of order. In the opinion of the chair, the gentleman from Texas did not question the motive of the gentleman from New York.
Or refer to what the second half of what I said.
Would the gentleman restate his point of order?
Make derogatory personal comments about another member who is not here.
In the opinion of the chair, in this case, I don't recall any personal derogatory comments, so I do not believe that was the case.
Well, let me just urge the chairman to remind members of the rules.
The gentleman from Texas may want to rephrase whatever comment he can sense that you're referring to, but I don't think I heard any personally derogatory comments. Does the gentleman from Texas want to clarify his
I don't think I need to. When a member states one thing and then asks for an exception to what he pushed for everybody else, I think we ought to be able to talk about that.
Yeah, and nor do I think that the gentleman from Texas used any adjective to describe that would be personally offensive. The gentleman from Texas will continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As far as Social Security, we were told that people are raiding Social Security, and what was unsaid, inferred, Willie Sutton said that's where the money is when he talked about robbing banks. The fact is, Social Security is not where the money is. There has not ever been one dime in the Social Security Trust Fund. And I'm going to be pushing this year for a bill that says for the first time since FDR pushed through Social Security, we do the responsible thing and start putting real money in the Social Security Trust Fund and be more responsible about it. There is no money there. Jobs will abound when the country sees the government living within its means like they do, like most states, like most cities do. This is a good bill. It's a good amendment. It does the responsible thing for this generation and for future generations, and we can then ultimately someday be called blessed instead of being
Chairman,
cursed,
I ask
because we were
unanimous
so
consent that the gentleman have 30 additional seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Gohmert.
I want him to finish his thought. I was asking unanimous consent that he have 30 additional seconds so he can finish.
Without objection, the gentleman from Texas is given an additional 30 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And apparently I had said Jonas Salk in smallpox. I'm, of course, talking about polio. because I remember getting those inoculations, and that was quite an event. But thank you. I yield back.